Hello and welcome back to another commentary. Today we are watching, if I say the name right, AnimusPugnax. I'm just gonna call him Animus because his name is a bit too hard. Well, that's how we call him most of the time. And he's gonna show us how to play his IS-3. I received 2 replays from him. Both were from the IS-3, and the other one actually was maybe tier for tier better replay. I mean, he had more base experience in that one. But because this one is played in tier 10 matchup, it's much more interesting compared to the other one, where he was like almost top tier. So if I check the IS-3, a lot of people have this thing because a lot of people are a fan of this. It's a really good tank. It's Russian. It has a 122 mil on it. Does 390 alpha damage, and the penetration is pretty good. I think it's 225 in the standard rounds, yes, and the APCR rounds have 265 penetration with APCR. Now the accuracy isn't that great, but to show you that, he just did a shot at that RU at a range of 466 meters. So it's because it's Russian accuracy, let's say, like the KV2. Can't expect everything with this thing. But never mind. Animus is playing on Lakeville, and as I said before, he's on a tier 10 matchup. And if you look at his team, a lot of people are going down. There's actually only 2 tanks. Well, there's one T-54E1 AFK at the base. But apart from that, there's only a Centurion 1 and an M103 sitting in the 1-2 line. Of course, they have cover from the artillery, but they might lose that flank, so Animus, he better needs to like push a bit harder on this flank. Also in his team he got Mouse and a Death Star behind him. Mouse is a bit slow, so Animus is like clearing this path a bit first. There was a CDC spotted in this town, so he's like trying to find that one. And there's also a VTU in the back now, and that's when the CDC pops up. But he did already shot in that RU, and now he wants to get that CDC going. As you see, he could have shot maybe already, but he waited. He actually auto-aimed. I'm not sure what he was trying to do here, because I thought he was trying to like get in cover from other tanks, probably. But I guess he knew that the Death Star was behind him, and that's when the Death Star just finished off that CDC. Now there's a bat chat again, and you see him sniping with his gun. There's a lot of lightly armored targets, so he doesn't need that much of premium ammunition. And that's when the Death Star again finished off that bat chat, so he is on 2 kills at the moment, as Animus is doing some nice damage on that Leopard at the moment. Not sure what the Leopard was doing here as well, because he was in a bit of a wrong position. Maybe he was spotting the middle, but as you see on the minimap, there's like not a lot of our tanks in the middle left, so it doesn't really matter. Now the grill pops up. That's another tasty target for Animus, because he doesn't need to fire prem ammunition. What he could do is maybe fire just high explosives. But I would only do that if you can like shoot the turret reliably. And then again, you see that Leopard's popping up, and that's when the Death Star picked up his 3rd kill. So there's a lot of weird things happening. Like for instance, this grill is running away, then Animus puts a nice shot into the back of the turret again, and hit for 400 damage, which is a nice high roll, slightly. And I think the M103 doesn't realize there's a bunch of tanks coming, like, and the Mouse did not even arrive yet. So then again, Death Star is coming, because he wants to get that kill, and as you see in his name, he's suicidal. Animus puts a shot in, and there goes the Death Star again. And he got himself the 4th kill of the game. So Animus is having a great game here. He's doing loads of damage, and that Death Star is supporting him really well. And as you see on the minimap, oh, that's when the grill pops up, and of course If that's not enough, Animus bounced just a grill shot. I think it has 279 penetration on that grill. I think he probably hit his turret. Let's check. I don't see the shots immediately, but he probably bounced his turret somewhere. He's even looking by himself. So basically, Animus and his team won a lot of terrain. So the rest of the tanks are in base. And that's when he finished off Statiac Panther 2. It was a one shot, so now the artillery got spotted. He wants to try to get a shot at, but he doesn't have the gun depression. Because this thing has only 5 degrees, I think, which is not a lot, but like with this gun you don't need to have a lot really. He has his last normal AP round left, puts that in the T92, and now we need to start loading APCR. Maybe it's not even necessary because there's not that much. Maybe 140 can bounce on that. No. For instance, for this TVP, he maybe doesn't need that, but it's always nice if you have a bit of extra pen. First shot goes in. First shot he takes from a tank that actually pins him. Second one as well from the TVP, but he puts 2 great ones in him. Now he's pre-aimed that TVP, but Animus is gonna try to take a sneak, and what a snapshot there. Puts in a great shot again, and that's when the Death Star rolls in again, when he sees a TVP, and he's probably, yep, he's going to fire him blind. So that's when Death Star picks up his 5th kill of the game as well. Animus has done a lot of damage. He only picked up 1 kill, so he was thinking maybe I can steal a bit more kills here. So there's the Grill. Grill thinks he's safe behind the rock, because he's trying to hide well, but he's so lightly armored that really there's not a lot that needs to splash him like that T92 does. So only 2 tanks left. The Panther is spotted, the 140 was not spotted yet. Or not spotted for a long time anymore. Oh, and that's when he pops up. He pokes a bit too much, of course he's gonna pen Animus. He even shot heat at him, which should be unnecessary. Now he's gonna try to go for Animus, but it seems like he just realized there's still a Death Star, and that's when Animus finishes off that Object 140 as well. And he's on 2 kills. I don't think he's gonna kill that Panther 2, and oh, what a snapshot there. And he did kill him over there. I would say we just go immediately to the battle results and see how much damage and stuff he did. Looking at his game when he finished, we see that he got his Mastery tank ace in this tank. He got a Bruiser for doing a lot of module damages and stuff. Confederate for hitting at least 6 different vehicles of your team and doing damage to it. A High Caliber for doing a lot of damage, because he did a lot of damage as we will see in a sec. And which is a bit unusual, but he got Tank Sniper with a Russian tank that is actually bottom tier. So normally you shouldn't pen that many tanks if you play against Sitin, but there were a lot of lightly armored tanks in the enemy team. So Animus picked up 6,229 damage there. He picked up 3 kills because the Death Star took a lot of his kills. In total, if you compare that to for instance the other tanks, these two, because the mouse was always a bit too late, but Death Star and him cleared up a lot of work on that side. In total that gave him 1,661 base XP, which is really a lot. And that Centurion did pretty nice as well on the other side. So he actually hold that side by himself. Oh well, actually with the M103. Looking at how much he earned himself 8k profit in total. If he had a premium account he would have made 36k profit, but if you see how much ammunition he had to buy himself 42,000 plus credits for consumables and ammunition. Because he actually fired some gold rounds in the end because he was out of AP. Animus is a very experienced player, as you see in this IS-3, so I will probably see more of these kind of replays from him in the future. So I would say thank you Animus for giving me this replay, or actually two replays. I chose this one because this one was, like I said, in tier 10 and much more interesting to look at if you want to fight against tier 10 vehicles. So I really enjoyed this replay, I hope you guys did as well, and yeah, that was it for today, so hopefully I will see you next time. See ya!